What's up everybody, Quabe here. This is my first kind of look into the Black Ops 6 early access beta. I wasn't going to get into this at first just because I didn't pre-order the game, but apparently my internet provider, since I've been using them forever in my area, they are offering out the early access codes on their website for reward members. I got it in that way. I use Xfinity. So if anybody else has been an Xfinity member for a while, been using their internet service, you can get those early access codes on there. It's worth checking out if you're interested in the game. I'm sure that doesn't really matter now though, because in 2 days, Friday, it's going to be open beta. But I got it yesterday, so it's kind of cool. I got up to level 14 right now, as you can see. Been trying to hang in there with this new omnidirectional movement. Let's just get into it. Let's try a couple games. There's only 4 available, being Skyline, Scud, Rewind, and Derelict. Or however you pronounce that, not too sure. 6v6 modes. Right now I think they got TDM, Domination, Hardpoint, and then they just added an HVT mode, High Value Target, which is basically you just have one person on your team that you have to defend. And they got like a buff and armor. They have armor plates or something, and they go down so they can be revived. I don't really like them kind of like extra modes. I just like my traditional, you know, just pub matches, which is TDM and like Dom and stuff like that, but it's okay. This map's okay. This is like a traditional kind of like 3-lane map. You got like the middle, which is this big building, and 2 outside lanes. It feels good in like domination and the objective-based games. Spawns, I don't really know, honestly, how spawns feel. I haven't played that much of it. I don't really pay attention to that kind of thing, so. But this whole movement's crazy. Being able to sprint in any direction is just like, I thought it would feel kind of weird being that I'm, you know, using mouse and key. I have the Steam version of the game, of Call of Duty, so it's like we flipped already. Yeah, I thought it would feel weird, but it really doesn't. It kind of fits well. And then you can tack sprint just by going, you know, straight. I don't have my stims unlocked yet. I need to equip those because of how fast-paced this game is. It almost feels like the most viable tactical piece of equipment to use in these, you know, Modern Warfare 3. And ever since they really started buffing the movement speed, it feels like stims are just super necessary. Especially the stims in this game are crazy. They're so fast. And you get 2 of them.
We're winning. Keep it that way.
I try and showcase some of this movement, but I'm not fluent with it at all. I do sometimes. My favorite thing, I think, so far is like that. If I wasn't dog shit at the game, would have been a lot better. But you can kind of like slide and round corners. For example, like if I want to hit this, I can stop. I don't know how to peek that correctly yet, but you can see where it can be useful in some situations. So like in the previous titles that had like the slide canceling and all that, you would typically know, unless the person were to like jump out of a slide, you would know where they're gonna end up because it's like a full-fledged animation. And this is kind of like, you can stop whenever you want. Like right there, like I just got stuck on the fucking stairs. Like you can stop, so it's kind of more unpredictable. Like right here, if I was better, I could hit that corner and then my feet would have just been exposed like that. That's really fucking cool. I really do like that a lot. That's probably my favorite thing. The diving has always been something I've never utilized, which is probably like my own fault, but It's just never something I really care to use that much. But being able to slide and go, you know, stop wherever I want and be prone at the same time is pretty crazy. Performance, it's okay. It's kind of, it's not as smooth as like MW3 is. But I want to say that's just because I haven't updated my driver. And I haven't really messed with my settings too much. I mean, it's passable, you know, it's serviceable, more than serviceable for an early access beta. And again, like I said, I haven't updated my settings or anything. So that probably has a lot to do with it. And then there's just weird, but you know, there's a bunch of bloat settings I feel like with these games. You know, you start, especially when newer games are utilizing like the NVIDIA and AMD tech. So there's just like a bunch of extra fucking settings that you don't even really know what they do. And like, it explains what they do if you hover over them, but like it's like reading Braille or something. It's like I don't know. If it just seems like something I don't want to use, I'm just gonna turn it off. Like fidelity and like technology, I guess. I think the physics, like the ragdoll physics, are, I don't know if you would call them more realistic, but I don't know, they're more, I like them, like they're cool. The ragdoll physics are cool, but everything, I mean, it's basically on par with Modern Warfare. It hasn't really jumped in
We've taken the lead. Stay on
any
task.
type of overall graphical fidelity, you know. But for one, it's a Call of Duty title,
Now hold it.
and multiplayer, fast-paced multiplayer like this isn't really a good
You're falling behind, Crimson.
place to show it off either. That's more of like a campaign kind of deal, I feel like, or even Warzone. But it's not anything like breathtaking. But we probably won't see like
Hostiles
a huge
reclaim the lead.
upgrade in graphics when it comes to Call of Duty or physics until they stop supporting the older gen consoles. But I mean, it feels like a Call of Duty. It's a little bit different, but it feels the same at the same time. So I'm here for it.
You're supposed to be the CIA's best. Act like it.
Feels good. And you know, with these Call of Duty games, you're going to be stuck with whatever year Call of Duty it is, pretty much. And you can hang on to last year's Call of Duty for, you know, a year or two, but you usually just end up abandoning those games, or the quality is just not there. The population might be there, but there's always like cheating lobbies, and you know, some of Call of Duty's games, older games, are just not supported to the point to where, that was a really close game, not supported to a point to where they're just like actually like a fucking risk to play. So regardless, this is pretty much what we're gonna be stuck with. So, but I like it so far. I'm definitely gonna buy it, no question about that.